Alright then. Ignore the sound I just made because I forgot that I didn't move the microphone into position. It's gonna be one of those days. Like, I'm already running late and all that, I know. So just bear with me. It's been an interesting day. Nothing bad happened, just like, I'm a mess today. Disorganized and scattered across the landscape and all that. But we're here. We're gonna play some Megaman X. Because if there's anything the shuffler from the not last week, the week before that, I think. If there's anything that shuffler taught me, it's that I got really rusty at Mega Man X 1 through 3. So I figured I may as well go through all three of them one at a time this time instead of going crazy and flying through all of them back to back or all at once or anything. I did a little bit of tinkering to get it to look good on your side. So hopefully it all looks good. It's in a slightly weird box on my end, because I wanted to preserve the aspect ratio and all that good stuff. It looks theoretically good for you guys, stretched as it is, because I did some fiddling and cropping. There's no guarantee it's gonna work. But it looked alright when I looked at it, so I'm gonna hope that nobody comes out and says, wow, you just did a terrible job with this. And we're just gonna roll with it from there. And the other reason I'm doing this in particular today is, as you might have noticed, I've been in weird brain again this week, so I'm doing this because this is something I know I like, and I know I can do. So we're just taking it easy today, I suppose, is the way to phrase it. I would have liked getting that extra life, but it's fine. We will survive. Now, it's worth noting, I don't remember everything about this game, so some of the pathing is going to be a little stupid on my part. Just, get ready for that. If you're coming in looking for expert work here, don't. Just don't. Save yourself the pain. You don't want to see this. Yeah, there's a reason why this is a practice session, rather than, oh yeah, I'm gonna do like a perfect run here today. No. Even at my best, I couldn't do a perfect run of this game. Nor have I ever really tried. Nor do I have any intention of trying. I am not a speedrunner. That is for people with far more patience than I have. Later, sucker. I am here to play video game. That is my purpose. And occasionally run into cars, apparently, because I'm not paying attention. Now, I could sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'll just do this whole section without taking damage. It's not hard to do, but it's pointless to take no damage in this area. For reasons that will make themselves very apparent to anybody that doesn't know it. Oh no, it is Vile. Ah, I need to defeat him. Except you can't. Once upon a time, I really tried for a while to try to see if it was possible to actually defeat him at this stage, and as far as I can tell, you can't. I'm pretty sure that's one of those hard-coded things where he has infinite health. His zero bails you out of your inability to kill him, and on the series goes. I'm not gonna worry about the dialogue because honestly, there's not a lot going on with this dialogue a lot of the time. Right now, it's just a matter of Zero's gonna go find Sigma's fortress, and he's telling him not to worry about the fact that he couldn't beat Vile because X is not at his full potential. And then we go on to this screen where all the important things will happen. Apparently my down is not working. Hang on. That's a problem. I tested that earlier and it was working fine. What happened here? Yeah, down is working. Hello again. How you doing today? There we go. Now down's working. I don't know why it wasn't working a second ago, but it's fine. We'll head on over here, go grab the boots, move on. Yeah, that's fair. Been a lot of good and bad going around today, especially. Hopefully more good than bad. But there's always going to be some bad. That's unavoidable. Missed me. Go. Yeah, that... I can agree with that. Which, in the end, it's gonna change at the very least to a different week, so, you know, we got that going for us. It really does feel weird not being able to dash. But that's how this one starts. That's just the nature of the beast. My foot. I need those. There we go. I don't know if I'll commit to trying to Buster Chill Penguin this time, considering the way it went during the Shuffler, but at the very least, we have boots, and my days get a lot better now, because I can actually move. Huh. I'm kind of surprised by that, because most people follow me the other way around. Thank you for the follow, Queen T. Kitsune. Hope you're doing well. I recognize that name. I think I saw you either on Twitter or here the other day. I'm glad you're willing to come back here, Jersey. Yeah, I was referring to the follow, but yeah, you I have no idea, aside from what you've just told me. Yeah, you I remember from Thursday, but that's about all I have to work with for you, Jersey. I really should have used names more on that sentence. That's on me. Brain is not fully here, so bear with me on that one. It's possible. No idea who would have if they did. But stranger things have happened. I would love to say I'm that prolific about advertising and everything, but I'm not. I just exist. Well, he fell down a hole. I forget if there's something up there. I think there's just a way around. And then I can bring the ride armor further along if I got it up this way. It's entirely possible. Ah! Appreciate it. Oh, well, as I said, hope you're doing well. You know, it It's always hard to tell because there's so many people out here on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube combined that you can end up seeing somebody 7 or 8 times and still not remember where you saw them to begin with because it all just starts to run together. I have definitely made a choice with this button layout I've just realized, but it'll be fine. I'll figure it out. As long as he doesn't do a stupid pattern this time, I'll be fine. Oh, now he's doing it again, where he's sitting there shooting the ice penguins. There you go, you figured it out. Well, that's good, at least. I feel like I've seen your username before. As in before Thursday, but with my memory and the amount of people I sift through at this point, I can never guarantee anything. Because I've been trying much, much harder to be sociable than I have in years. So I could easily be getting my wires crossed from the word go on that one. But it's always good to be able to get back in touch with people. Oh, I thought he was going for the hook. Ah. Maybe. It being a new username would make sense. Yeah, as you can see, bustering Shell Penguin is not hard. I was just making a mess of it before. Get off there, you. And that's that. No more penguin. Ah! Well, we have that in common then, because I was born in Jersey as well. But I left there 5, 6 years ago. Let's see. Chill Penguin works again. Oh, wow. Not too far or different then. Actually, do I want to go in weakness order, or do I want to go grab the parts first? Because grabbing the parts would save me a lot of headaches. And I can definitely buster Storm Eagle. I have very little fear of Storm Eagle these days. Yeah, we'll go beat him up. I may be rusty as all anything, but he's still not that much of a threat. And I'm going to eat those words when we get there. Originally, back in a little town called Lakewood, which was awful, let me tell you. Do not recommend that town to anyone. Place was a hellhole. Forget. I could have swore I could... I think I need Mammoth to break those, don't I? My memory might be lying to me. It's been too long. Yeah, we all scattered from that town and never wanted to think about it again for the most part. It's a hell of a thing. Okay. It's been long enough since I've thought about Jersey at all that I never really thought about it anymore. Getting my wires badly crossed in my brain now. Ah! Quit trying to kill me with that spike ball, you bastard. Good old SNES slowdown. Yeah, that would be very surprising. Not impossible, but very surprising. Especially since I didn't tell basically anyone from there that I was doing this. So the odds of that lining up is near impossible. Not completely impossible, but very, very unlikely. There we go. At least I remember the energy tank properly. It's like, I could have swore you could break those walls over there, but I think I do need flame for that. There we go. It takes a bit of getting used to, yeah. Because it's a very different experience than, like, watching something on YouTube or anything like that. I probably should have let him grab me so I could go get that, but I can just go around, it's fine. There's certainly a wide variety of both people and content out there on this site. Like, it is kind of absurd. Why do I not remember these Metars at all? Being here. Again, my memory is questionable. Yeah. Sometimes going out of your way to be more sociable will get you out of that, and sometimes it'll make it worse. It really depends on the kind of people you end up dealing with. But hopefully it gets better for you. Yeah. From the sound of things, they can stay there. Yeah, that's the feel I got from that sentence immediately. That's entirely fair as well. It's frequently a surprise when people say someone is their favorite X. Not impossible. But it's certainly a thing. But yeah, you can already see why I'm not exactly afraid of Storm Eagle. So have I. It can be rough, but it really depends on how the breakup happened in the first place. Because breakups are not exclusively a bad thing. Sometimes it's for the best for both sides. And I fucked that up. Well. Good job, hands. Way to go. Proud of all 5 fingers on this hand that jumped me off that cliff. I may want to redo my button layout here. Not being able to dash the way I like to is going to cause me some complications here. Fair enough. I feel like a lot of it would just be me complaining. Which, you know, being able to commiserate's all well and good as well. Yeah, that's what I figured the response to that was gonna be. Like, it's just one of those weird universal truths. Yeah, exactly. The food variety there was amazing, and everything else about that state, I can leave behind and never think about again. And there we go. Storm Eagle Buster only having taken like 2 damage. Which, I will say, I think if I ever went back, I probably wouldn't be as annoyed with that area as I was when I was younger. But I've also, you know, mellowed in the last, like, 5 years a lot. So, there's always that. So, I bungled getting that, which I could have sworn I could get it straight off, but I'm probably remembering things. That's fair, yeah. Having family over there helps a lot for making something like that worth it. I also don't even remember the weakness order for this game now that I think about it. Like, I remember 1 or 2. I'm, like, 90% sure this... Oh, that's entirely fair as well. The whole situation of family in general is a very mixed bag. Some families stick together very well, and some... best not to think about. Like, that just goes for a lot of things in life, really. That's fair. Like, credit for trying, at least, but I definitely get where you're coming from with that. Like, I'm fortunate that my family has been very supportive of what I'm doing. I can't necessarily say that they all entirely understand it, but I don't need them to either. The support is the important part. I moved out to Kentucky because I wanted nothing more than to be in a peaceful area, and it's nice and cheap around here. I won't get into where in Kentucky, but Kentucky, I will say. Judging from that response, I feel like things might actually have lined up. Huh. Interesting. There's possibilities here, and it would be very weird, but as I said, not impossible. I do know a few people from Jersey that left to come to Kentucky. I didn't keep up with any of them, but I do know a couple of them did that, because somebody was asking me about going to Kentucky, because they were planning on going there too. Yeah, exactly. Like, I won't say names or details live, but if you want to talk to me about it in DMs or something, I'm curious enough to find out. But that would definitely be a keep it under our hat thing. It's also possible you may have had this bookmarked in such from before the name change as well. Because I used to have a different username as well. So it's possible you knew me from before then, too. Which would make it make sense, because I had advertised that previous existence on Facebook, which is where people I actually knew from life would have seen it. So that there are possibilities. And actually, there's a little inkling of a memory in my head relating to knowing somebody that had an ex that moved to Montana as well. Yeah. No, I would not ask you to reveal anything like that here. I'm doing a terrible job of dealing with this mini-boss. There we go. You know, there's a very real possibility here, but I don't know. But life has some very weird coincidences in it. Without saying where, did you work or go to school somewhere outside of Mercer County before you went to anywhere else? You know, before you left Jersey, that is. Then, yeah, there's a very real possibility we met at one of those places. Specifically, the best odds would be we worked together at a place neither of us probably want to think about anymore. And based on that description, you might immediately know the place I'm talking about, too. That still may very well be the one. Well, that's fair, yeah. That goes with working, I feel. So I don't think there's a single job I worked that I want to think about anymore. Like, as soon as I leave it, I'm like, nope, that doesn't exist anymore. Delete from memory, goodbye. I might be able to do this. But I'll say this. Yes, I was going to... That was actually the same place I was going to mention, and yes. Yes, I did. So I think we do know each other. Somehow. Because it was a shop involving trees. And no one likes it. Yep. Yep, you should. You should know who I am by that description. And I'm pretty sure I know who you are, too. Now that I think about it. Well, I've had a habit of paying a lot of attention, and I keep a lot of weird things stored in memory. So I think I'm drawing enough lines between what you said, but we won't get too deep into that right now. Absolutely. Which, if we are right, that's a hell of a thing. But it makes sense, actually. It would be an incredible set of coincidences. But going from Jersey to Texas and having an X in Montana lines up entirely too conveniently with someone else I used to know. Especially happening to work in that same place. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not enough of a believer in coincidences to disagree with that. And I can definitely think of someone with that same line of results that I would have told about the YouTube channel a long time ago. So that all fits together smoothly. I think I needed to get there ahead of him, which would have been risky. Yeah. I fucked up. I should have jumped off that sooner. Recovered, though. I don't think I've ever had that exact scenario play out before, where I end up chucking myself back to where I started. That's fair. Which, I might be able to help you with that a bit. I think direct messaging still works on Twitch. I know they've talked about getting rid of it before, so I don't think it's gone yet, though. So I still see the message box up there. Get off my face, you damned bat. Yeah. Now that's why I was lending as much credence to this as I am, because my name isn't out there that much that many surprising people would be dropping into it. could have swore this was your weakness. Or am I thinking of the other one? Nope, there we go. I just needed to line up the shot a little better. So this is a weakness that doesn't actually help that much aside from removing his armor. Understandable. I should have used the E-Tank. Ah well, we'll be fine. Because once his armor's off, I can take him with the Buster if I need to, which I'm going to need to. I mean, it can be that way sometimes, because you may not understand your connection with somebody at the time. That did a lot more damage than I thought it would. I was pretty confident I could take that hit and be fine. Ah well, it'll be alright. So I did remember that weakness correctly, which ties up this weakness order here. You work against... Huh? So I'm pretty sure it goes that to that, that to that, to that. I can never remember who the shield's good against. I know that beats that. At least I'm pretty sure I'm remembering that right. It might go the other way around. And then that would mean that beats him? No, that doesn't sound right. Doesn't matter. Most of these I can get through just fine either way. Let's go get the flamethrower right quick and go get the armor upgrades. With the fire put out, especially, I think I'll be able to go get something specifically. Down here. At least I think it was down here. Yep, there's the heart container. It's amazing how many odds and ends stick in your mind, even after years upon years. I've definitely seen somebody go through this more recently than the last time I played it. Because the damage shuffler for this is still quite popular. Which is, of course, the whole reason I'm doing it right now, is to get practiced. I mean, years ago I would have argued I didn't have the personality to do it either, and here I am, making some money, not a lot, but that's also because I'm not going maximum sellout with this. Please, you'd be surprised how many people that stream are actually very introverted themselves as well. Myself included. Like, this is the way I can interact with human beings, pretty much, almost. Trying to interact one-on-one is significantly harder for me than doing this. So you might find yourself pleasantly surprised. That's pretty much where I exist as well. I think I'm wrong in thinking that the tornado is his weakness. But yeah, that's fair. And now that is doing good damage, so that might I might actually have remembered right, surprisingly. there we go. That has to have been his weakness. There's no way he would go down that easily if it wasn't. Because that tornado does not do crazy damage or anything. Still, not even an hour in and we're already 4 Mavericks down. I'm pretty happy with myself so far. Let's go get the things that are behind these barriers in here now that I have the flamethrower. Because I think this first one doesn't have anything I need or care about, but I'll open it anyway. It's the other one that I need. So the helmet, I think... Wait, don't I need the helmet to get into this one? I might still be remembering wrong. Because this might be the one with all the blocks in it that are going to get in the way. Or is this one the helmet? I cannot remember. Is there something behind you too? There was. Okay. Yeah, just more health. There we go. That happens sometimes, yeah. Especially during this time of year, because everybody's off elsewhere. And I didn't advertise today at all, because I wasn't sure I was going to do anything today. But I started off today awful. So I thought I was going to take the day off, but I went, you know what, I'm going to do this because this is easy for me to do. This way I keep going, and I don't lose my consistency. So I will say, it is bad form to point it out, usually. I personally don't care, but other people in the business will get a little cross when that kind of thing is pointed out. It's fine. You're new to this whole thing, so you don't know. And as I said, I personally am not fussed about it. Because I know where my standings are. I'm not deluding myself to think my numbers are great. Especially not right now. Where's that email I just got? Now we got the helmet, so we can break blocks. And it does a couple other things that I don't remember. Oh, okay. They weren't telling me that my account was inactive. They were saying that they're updating their policy about inactive accounts. Okay. Got a little spooked there. Yeah, and it's just one of those times a year. It ebbs and flows. Usually the best times, at least for me specifically, usually is as soon as fall fully comes in, I get the most energy, and people are more active on here. So let's see. With the weakness loop I'm on right now, the only target I do really have is Armadillo. But I could go get the armor and the buster. That's fair. No, trust me, I understand completely, especially right now where it's not the most exciting thing I could be doing. Nor the newest, most entertaining thing. Especially when I sit here and go, I don't remember where this thing is. Okay. On my way on out of here. I could break those blocks that were up there to get the health with my helmet, but I have no need to. We still have a full sub-tank. And I would need to go get another one before that matters. Ding, 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 ding. Whee. Oh, physics, you really weren't figured out yet. Actually, now destroying this would backfire on me, I think. Yeah, and I also don't remember how to kill that quickly anyway. So I don't remember if you actually have a passageway if you get rid of that. I think you would have to, but I don't want to trust that right now. The rate my memory's going. Getting too old for this. Then again, many people seem to think that the only people that do this whole business are in their 20s anyway. That's a whole thing. But you know, when you can't see the person, you just make assumptions, I suppose. Let's try this again with less screwing it up, hopefully. Well, old is relative as well. You know, I could sound like this, and then people would really think I'm old. But that's a whole other issue. There we go. Remembered the timing. I wasted that energy tank, but it'll refill. It's fine. Well, that's the point. That's the joke. It's also not my best one, but I also just threw that off the cuff without putting effort into it. The shield, the shield, the shield, the shield. Who is the shield against? I don't think it would be you. I mean, in the end, it doesn't particularly matter. So you know what? We're going here. Is either boomerangs or the launch octopus missiles, I'm pretty sure that work against Sting Chameleon, so it should be this way. So if I end up beating this in not even 2 hours. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. This isn't a long game, but I expected to have more trouble than I have. Okay, you know what? Die, nuisance. There we go. Now, is this the place that has one of the upgrades, or is my memory lying to me again? It probably is. 'Cause I know I'm crossing the armor upgrades for X2 and X1 in my head. My brain keeps telling me Morph Moth, and he's not in this game. Well, this is embarrassing. Fixed it. Okay. And I could use the shoulder buttons to swap weapons more conveniently, but that involves me reminding myself how to spin that around. Alright, have fun. As much as you can with that nightmare of a game. Though if it helps, I used to play that a lot too. So, yeah, there's another hint for you. But that too was years ago. Yeah, that's fair. If you're who I remember, you played a lot of that. Controls? Controls, why did you give up on me? Honestly, that's probably for the best. Hopefully that one costs less money. Okay. I always am happy to find out that WoW players found something that will eat less of their wallet. An MMO will eat your soul either way, but at least that doesn't eat your soul and your wallet. Yeah, I mean, when something's going that long, it's kind of inevitable. Nothing lasts forever and all that. Well, to a degree you have to, otherwise your game never gets new players. Because people will get burnt right out the gate and then not want to touch it. So, while I'm thinking about it, I will quickly shoot you a direct message to verify who is who. You should see a whisper from me. Okay. I'm not gonna say that straight away either for privacy reasons, but I'm sure that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yep. I recognize both of those. Would that be why Avani tried to reach out on Discord the other day? Because I saw a notification for that and then it disappeared. And yeah, I know exactly who you are as well. I wondered about that. Ah, okay. Oh, we can always sort things like that out later on then. Good to know we actually weren't thinking a complete wild coincidence. Okay. Okay, that sorts that out. So I'm also keeping an eye on a bit of cooking in the other room for my brother. Okay, so that's all sorted out. That's all verified. Never really thought people would end up finding each other through something like this. But then again, this isn't the first time I've witnessed something like that. I certainly expected to be more widely known by the time something like this happened. But here we are. Sure, this works. We can figure something else out as we go. You go have fun. I'll still be here for a good while. Let's find out if I was barking up the wrong tree or not. And it does knock him back, so it's possible. I don't have the health to be burning the rest of the energy in that on him right now, though. And he does stay on the ground, so it does make sense that that would work on him. I think he used to be my first target. That's fine. I have this page open a lot, so I'll probably see any whispers that come in either way. I mostly just gotta make sure this guy doesn't get that throw off on me. Okay. Yeah, Twitch is kind of a broken mess sometimes, but it should be fine. And I would have full stopped to just reply directly, but I want to keep the YouTube upload somewhat functional. Absolutely. He is teleporting a lot and being a general pain in the ass, and I think I'm still going to die here. Which will be upsetting. Got him. Only barely, but I got him. Ah. I was just freaking out, claiming those were new. It's kind of silly just how I'm not really fully paying attention to what I'm doing, and I've already cut through most of the roster for this game. I think Boomerang is the choice here. We'll find out. If I get this one wrong too, I'll just buster him down like I've done the last few. when we'll move on with our lives. It's gonna take a while to get through Sigma Fortress, so... we ain't ending quick. That much is certain. Especially if I go back to get at the rest of the armor. Oh yeah, we're immune to the rocks that fall in here now. Because we have the helmet. Caves, back to the trees. The mechanical trees. You really gotta watch out for that one jump right there because of the fact that there's that low-hanging ledge you can easily bunk your head on. And then down the hole you go, never to be seen again. Yeah, let that just be a general lesson out there, everybody, that you never know who you're gonna find out here on the internet. You might actually know them, for all you know. Definitely gonna need those extra lives. Yeah, this is before you can charge the right armor attacks. So that is how that's gonna play out. I feel like I missed something in here, but we'll worry about that in the future. Or I won't. Depends on if I come back for anything in this trip or not. I thought there was gonna be a sub-boss along the way here. Huh, we got here fast. Yep, Boomerang Cutter is the correct answer. It's fairly easy to tell with this one because of positioning. Boomerangs hitting this make just so much sense, because he's almost always in a position where a boomerang would easily get to him. At least that's how I've always remembered that one. I might get incidental damage to death here before he dies, though. Nope, got him. Which weaknesses do make these fights infinitely easier, especially when you're just bumbling through it like I am right now. But this is also not that hard a game. Which is why I was getting so frustrated with myself during that shuffler when I kept bumbling the Chill Penguin fight somehow. Like, that whole situation was just ridiculous. Just one more left. I might actually go look up where the other armor pieces are, because I'm not remembering where they are, like a fool. Like, I'm pretty sure you can't actually get the arm piece till you get it in the fortress. Like, this one's unique in as far as that goes. I just don't remember where the chest plate is. And we certainly didn't get all the heart containers. Because we certainly passed up a couple. But I'd have to go back for those. I don't know if I feel like going back. I may just grin and bear it as best I can. Which will be difficult, don't get me wrong. Getting through with lower health is going to be tricky. And then there's times like that where I step off, don't actually jump, and splat. And my mind is in a lot of different places right now, between the keeping half a brain in on the cooking that's happening in the other room, so that I don't burn the house down. The heat is draining part of my brain, and now this new information is definitely occupying a little bit of my brain. Actually, what am I doing? This will be a lot easier. Certainly not a good sound as it goes through him, but it's fine. It means I have plenty of time to dodge. Later, suckers. Literally. It's kind of funny. I never used to use my powers outside of the Maverick fights when I played this. But watching other people play reminded me, like, hey, you know, you don't need to save those. Like, at all, once you've defeated the Maverick that's weak against it. I mean, technically, you never needed to save them in the first place, but... You cheeky shit. Yep, that's why I was running in place over there, is because I was expecting the switch. That's why I was just running with what he was doing. Come on, blow up. There we go. Yeah, I'm not surprised that that claimed a life, because it's very easy to get Spike Death in there. I think there's something at the top of one of those somewhere around up here. Way to find the only spot there you could land on spikes there, buddy. Good job. Proud of you. Now I gotta fight this stupid thing again. I'm glad I still have a life left. Not anymore, but you know. Good save, good save. Did not mean to fire that off, but it's okay. Oh, the underwater physics. They will be the death of me so many times. It might be this one that I wanted to ride up. Yeah, because that gets me on top of the ship. So I can destroy the ship and get it out of the way. So I forget what destroying this does for me, but I believe this is useful to do. Of course, the charge bounces off a damn missile. Oh right, because it gets me access down here, and this is where I believe an armor piece or something is? But I have to do another fight for it. Not that this is particularly a bad fight, but I'm gonna heal since I'm on my last life to be on the safe side. So more than likely, if I'm gonna die here, it's gonna be a spike death again. I'm gonna be sad. Because you can just kind of ride around on the back of his head and pummel him. There we go. Please don't land on spikes. Okay. I was banking on those bars leading to places where there weren't spikes, and I was thankfully correct. Ah, it was another health extension. Honestly, that's just as good right now. Considering the way I've been playing today, every little bit will help. Oh, right. You have to fight him again because of getting that one. If I just went up over here, he would still be here, but we have to fight a second one because I went and got the health container. I'm also missing a bunch of E-tanks. I forget where they are. Not something I've had to think about for quite some time. Ow. Sad days. Turn in a direction I can hit you, damn it. I'm sure this thing probably has a weakness just like everything else. What it is, though, I don't know, and I don't need to know. This thing's not much of a fight. There we go. Especially without spikes to make it more dangerous. I was just being impatient. This is the only reason I even took any damage at all. Let go of me. Put me down. Now, beating Launch Octopus with no lives left and some damage on me, not ideal. This is also assuming I'm even right in thinking that this is his weakness. I'm pretty sure it actually isn't. I'll try it. If it doesn't work, I'll try the shield to see if I was wrong about it being Boomer Kawanger's weakness. And we'll go from there. Yeah, that does nothing. That does decent damage, but I don't think that's right either. I'm pretty confident Flamethrower ain't the answer. I'm pretty sure this was already used. Yeah, that does damage, but not a lot. This was already used. I might have to redo this stage because I'm about to have a stupid moment, I think. His fire is Chill Penguin's weakness. So I must have been wrong about one of my targets along the way. Which I know I was. But that would then imply that the Rolling Shield is his weakness, but that doesn't make any sense either. So then who's weak to Chameleon Sting? Like, something about this doesn't add up. It's working well enough. I mean, it does make him stop in his animations. It's just not canceling his tornado move. I don't think that's... That has to be correct. I've run out of options there. Let me check where the armor pieces are so I don't make a complete fool of myself. No, I'm not going to disable my ad blocker. Piss off. Okay, the body was Instinct Chameleon, and I knew that, but forgot that at the same time. Yeah, right, there is the... There is a jump you can make to get the Buster upgrade before Sigma Fortress. I thought so. So I was pretty sure I had done it before. Okay, let me go get the armor. And then we'll go to the bit of Flame Mammoth to get the other part. Or attempt to, because that jump is terrible. As soon as I saw the description for that, I remembered why I was kind of fine with not going and going to get it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to dash jump up here. This is where the armor is. But I need to fight this thing. Because as soon as it said jump above a cave early on, I'm like, oh, right, I need to fight that stupid bouncy boy up here. I don't know why he didn't... I don't know why he didn't take damage from that one partial charge there. I also don't even need to do what I was doing before. As you can see, I can literally just slide under him. You can even just walk. This guy is not a threat. I'm just making a fool of myself once again. Yeah, for those wondering, my controls are currently set so that my dash is the bottom button, because I fucked up my order and I just didn't get around to fixing it. So that's why I'm having an easy time jumping and shooting, but I'm having some trouble dashing when I need to dash. Because I've never been that great at the double tap to dash idea. I've always been more about the button dash. So that's been causing me a bit of a complication here and there. There we go. That's the end of him. And now, I get the armor capsule. Like, it's funny how quickly it came back to me the second I saw that it was in this stage. I knew this information, it just wasn't coming to the top of my goddamn brain and on request. Let me out. Let me out. Thank you. We also don't even need to walk through this stage proper anyway. But the armor will help cut down on all that stupid damage I've been taking. So that will help a lot. Let's see if I can do the bad jump. Because I've definitely done it before. I remember doing it. Yeah, because I need to... Yeah, there's falling blocks coming up early that I need to climb. Which I'm reasonably confident I remember exactly the place. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it pertains to that. So they mentioned falling blocks, and there's no falling blocks here. But I'm reasonably confident that is a thing up there. Oh no, it says filling, not falling. Oh boy, my brain and my eyes and my everything are not doing the best right now. Now, if I fuck this up, we're not gonna be able to get it, because I'm gonna end up breaking both of them. This is a very particular jump. I'm pretty sure I'm meant to touch the edge of that one, and then we break our way up. But it's like massively precise. There it was, and I lost it. Now I'm pretty sure I can't do it. I'm pretty sure you have to get it in one. As you notice, X just doesn't reach anymore. Okay. Out of the stage, try again. So we're gonna try this a couple times to see if I can get the Buster upgrade. If I can't, we can get it in Sigma Fortress instead, and it'll be fine. Because that's the only upgrade the game basically forces on you. Which I believe there are ways to, like, skip the moment where you get it, regardless, because people have found a way to do that, I think? Like, there's crazy speedrunners out there that have found ways around most fucking things. Ah! I had it, but I just could not keep my grip on it. The problem was I kept dash jumping once I got up there, which kept me from getting up through the gap. And then I did just the wrong jump there, so I ended up bumping the lower block. We'll try, like I said, a couple more times. Now that we actually made it up there, I have confidence I can do it. I just need to not panic when I get up there. There we go. That's the ticket. Arm part get. This will allow us to charge every weapon, unleashing new effects with each weapon. And I believe this is also what lets us go to the next level of regular charge as well. Yep, this is how you get pink charge. Which, of course, as you might expect, does more damage. Charge Sting Chameleon's weapon. Makes you, I think... I know enemies have a harder time targeting you. I think you're just invisible, though. You're not invincible. Not 100% on that one. You fully charge this, and it'll do what you'd expect it to. This makes you hard to kill. I believe straight up immune, but I'm not certain. It'll wear off eventually. It lasts a while. I'm just gonna quickly show all of them off while we're here, and then we'll move forward. I think spikes will still kill you with this going, though. That's worth keeping in mind. Is this ever gonna fucking wear off? There we go. I turned it off the other way. This one... can be kind of a problem to fire off, because as you saw there, in order to charge it, I end up wasting a lot of weapon energy because it doesn't stop firing. It just does columns of flame. This does a vertical tornado, kind of like the one you see Launch Octopus use, funnily enough. E-Spark. Columns of electricity. Which you would have seen Spark Mandrill use if I had ever let him make a move. He kind of just got destroyed. Multi-boomerang. And one of the few ones that has a side purpose. Penguin platform. Like, I think the only ones that actually you end up using to get to certain items, I think, is that one and maybe... I think the shield has a use for getting to something as well, but it's not required for getting to it, it just makes it easier. And I don't remember what Launch Octopus's one does, but we'll find out when we go get it from him. Now we're fully kitted out, we take less damage, we do more damage. All is right with the world. And we're only an hour and a half in. Sure as hell ain't a speedrun, but I'm happy with the pace we're at so far. The only way I could be happier is if we hadn't made any mistakes at all, which was asking for a miracle. Which, depending on how I feel once we beat this, if I even have the patience to beat the final bits of this, because let me tell you, Sigma fight kind of upsets me. We might start 2. I don't know. It depends on how long it takes for us to get through Sigma Fortress, because Sigma Fortress takes some doing. Especially if you're like me and don't remember all the weaknesses of all the various bosses you're going to run into in the Sigma Fortress. Not to mention the traditional refight and everything. Remember what I said about the fact that none of this will protect us from Spike Death. Is, boy, will none of this protect us from Spike Death, which is going to be the majority problem around here. Especially now that we have decent health. I think I will stick to Operation Tornado him to death. No. 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 No, 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 no. Nope. Nope. Saved by a pixel. Fuck you. I keep catching that very last possible spot. That fight just makes me decidedly uncomfortable. Let me double check something else while I'm here, just for my own sanity. Okay, yeah, I was right. I did have it backwards. He's weak to Rolling Shield, and Launch Octopus is Boomer Wanger's weakness. Yeah, I was pretty sure I had those wires crossed. While it made sense that Boomer Kwanger would be weak to something that runs on the ground, since, you know, he's on the ground all the time, it didn't feel right in my head. It felt like something was missing in that information, and I was correct. I was missing a brain the entire time, as it turns out. We don't need to go get the heart container again, so we can just kick this guy around and be done with it. Mash him to death. There we go. Okay, so we got here in much, much better shape. And we now know the correct answer instead of the wrong answer, though when I hit him with it, it didn't do a lot of damage, so I have many questions. But assuming I'm not being lied to, this should do good work here. Yeah, it's doing the same amount of damage it did to Boomer Kawanger. I think that's what screwed me up with that, is I was expecting, like, massive damage. But I guess it can be fired while you're facing away from him, so you don't get tornadoed. The thing is, he never actually touches the ground when he's doing that. So I'm gonna have to buster him just because of losing all of the weapon energy to missing those shots. Like a fool. Honestly, he's kind of a pain in general. Like, out of all of the Maverick fights, I think this is probably my least favorite. Just because he's such a pain to kill quickly. Like, there's probably a way people have figured out to kill him a lot faster. That was a hack job on my part. But at least that's all the Maverick's done. And we've got launch octopus torpedoes. Plot happens. Zero found the fortress. And we're gonna go kick Sigma in his robo-dick. Crazy music happens. Yeah, you know, splitting up is a great idea. Though, admittedly, it does make sense for him to distract the main force. Because this is, you know, their main fortress. There's probably a lot of machines running around in here. Just, you know, maybe bring more than 2 guys would also make sense. Much like Zero points out in Command Mission, it's like, we're good, but, why is there only 3 of us? Yeah, there's brave and then there's stupid. Yeah, I probably want to actually charge a rolling shield for this section. Just so I can freely climb and not worry about these jerks. Or my dash just isn't gonna dash. Instead, joyous day. I need to remember that I can freely use my stuff. For the most part. Especially since a lot of it really isn't going to cost that much, and I get it back reasonably easily. Health is arguably more important to keep intact than weapon energy right now. Considering I've only got the 1 energy tank. Okay, I can dash with that on. It's not like that was the problem. I think I just hit the edge sooner than I thought I would. So I ended up fucking up the jump. But this way, I won't get bumped off by any of these jerks. There's another bad jump. Shield's wearing off, too. At least I think it is. Yeah, you don't need to dash jump for any of these. Aside from that one. Pew, 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 pew. It No sooner did I say you don't have to dash jump for any of them, did I find one that I couldn't fucking reach. Ah! My life. Come on. This is one of my least favorite parts of this whole area, is this stupid climb. Which, fun fact, I never used to use Rolling Shield for, because I never considered it. Because I'm an idiot. And then I watched somebody else do it, and I'm like, you know, that makes a lot of sense. We have a shield. Why don't we use it? Oh no, it's Vile. But Zero is here again. You go get him. Noom. I wonder what happens with this. You should probably be moving faster, X, rather than listening to this happening. Well, that didn't go well. As you might imagine, since he doesn't have a health bar, this is much the same situation as before. We need to let ourselves get caught. And Zero's gonna do his thing. Zero blows up. Sad days had by all. But the carrier is gone. Joke's on you. I've got a second health bar. You're no Terminator there, Vile. Now, I'll be the first to say I don't remember what his weakness is. And I don't know if he has one, actually, now that I think about it. But his whole shtick is he's gonna keep trying to paralyze me and then attack. I am gonna use my E-Tank to be on the safe side here, even though it's gonna be wasteful. But we also don't have any lives left after the climb. I'd really rather not have to repeat the climb. And that's the end of Vile. Yeah, you're in bad shape, buddy. You'll be fine. That is the point where if you did not already have the Buster upgrade, Zero would upgrade your Buster for you. By giving you his. It would be the last gesture he could make. And then he ends up fine in the future, and That's a whole thing. Have I mentioned that I hate these shielded guys? That's what those do, by the way, is they're meant to bounce you into the lasers and just be generally upsetting. You know what? Walking through. Coming through. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Really love to have that health. Okay, you know what? Heck with all y'all. Well, that didn't last nearly as long as I would have liked it to. Oh, boy. Nope. Tanking it. Coming through. You can't stop me. So I think we're in trouble. Like, Boomer Kawanger himself isn't gonna be the issue, but I think we have to do a couple of the refights in sequence here. And that's gonna be where the problem lies. Is like, he's a joke with the homing torpedoes, now that I remember that that's the correct choice. I think we get a heal, though? No, we do not. Well, sort of we do. But I can now freely use the homing torpedoes. There we go, that's much needed fixing. There we go. And we got our E-tank filled again. Which that is, I would say, the best thing the X games do, as far as a sub-tank type deal goes, is the fact that they're refillable. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing for people who play as bad as I do. Now, who's the other refights in here? I know it's not all of them. You do some of the refights here, and then... Oh, never mind, this is the spider fight. I don't remember what's good against this thing, and I hate it. Logic would denote boomerangs? Nope. Kill it with fire? Question mark? That didn't work at all. I have a memory of shotgun ice being the thing for this for some reason. The thing is, its eye is open for such a short time. I might be better off just charging shots and using the X-Buster on it. If I could ever actually hit it. Oh my god. Am I gonna die without having done more than like one hit of damage to the... I didn't account for the contact damage doing that much. I thought I was gonna have one left. God damn it. God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Now I gotta go through all of that again. Which is mildly annoying. But it's fine. Okay, no, I was right. It is shotgun ice. So I knew it was one of those three, and I wanted to double check. I will, however, step away for a quick second, both to check on the cooking and to hit the restroom, so right back. Okay, once more into the breach. Hopefully a little bit better at dealing with Sigma Fortress. I'm still somewhat pleased that I got to Sigma Fortress in the first 2 hours today. But as you already saw by how that spider fight and the Vile fight, honestly, went, we're gonna be here for a bit. Maybe not here specifically, because the spider is the end of Sigma Stage 1. But I suspect the Sigma fight itself, at the very least, is going to end up taking me many attempts. Because, upon reflection, I don't think I've ever actually beaten him. I don't actually remember ever beating Sigma. I've gotten to him before, but I think I've always given up at that point. Like, that kind of falls into my point that I was making during 30XX yesterday. You can love a game and be no good at it. Like, I really love the X series specifically, and Mega Man in general. That doesn't mean I've completed many of them. Like, I have a decent memory of having completed X2 once upon a time. My memory is telling me I have not actually completed X1. Like, I've seen it done enough times that I think I had a false memory of having completed it because I've seen that done so many times. But I still won't count this on the list because I'm not certain if I have or haven't. If I go back and do well, considering I'm doing this one and 1, 2, and 3 are part of the shuffle, I may very well go through in following weeks and do X2 and 3 as well. And if I do that, I will... Oh god. Brain, please. You can't talk and hit 3 buttons at the same time today, apparently. But yeah, if we beat X3 at some point, I will count that one on the list, because I know for a fact I've never beaten X3. But since there's a question mark on this one for me, I'm not going to count this one on the list. And honestly, we're over 20 games for the year anyway. We've already passed my goal. So I'm not that fussed about adding every single possible one I could to the list. I was hoping to add 30XX to the list yesterday, but there's plenty of time in the month if I really want to get that added to the list for this month. I timed that wrong, so I'm going to let them walk through, turn around. Okay. And Vile does have weaknesses. In particular, I'm going to make use of his weakness to Chameleon Sting here. Or we don't have to fight him again. That works for me. I forgot that that was one of the few fights that don't actually come back. 'Cause I guess having the Zero cutscene recur over and over again would get weird. Or having to just fight Vile straight up after Zero blew up to defeat him would also be weird. It's amazing what you can do when you're not distracted by your bladder anymore. Like thinking about, oh yeah, you can just shoot boomerangs at that guy and not need to worry about dealing with him anymore. Yeah, the spike ball is what breaks the shield, it seems. It just does not like multi-input particularly much. Jeez. Die. Well, this is upsetting. Just want to get to the damn ladder. There we go. Now we switch to homing torpedoes, ruin Boomer Quanger's day, and move on with our lives. Yeah, because I forgot this one doesn't actually have the traditional refight room. It has a handful of refights scattered around. There we go. Missile beats boomerang. Or torpedo, I guess, but, you know. Torpedo in the air is basically a missile. We are a little low on shotgun ice, which might be a slight complication, but it'll be okay. I also forgot that we're not going straight to the spider fight. And we got significantly less lucky on the drops this time. Which is fine because we were at full health, but, you know. Weapon energy would have been nice. Get a screen first. Now switch to shotgun ice. Get it charged back up. Okay, everything is in pretty good shape now. We don't have a full tank, but it'll do. Provided this does decent damage, we should be fine. Which, since this is a weakness, I would certainly hope it would. If I keep getting immediately ruined by contact damage with the stupid spider, though. Oh wow, that does not do a lot of damage at all. I mean, I guess it does do decent enough damage, but not as much as I'd hoped for. But then again, I was also hoping for a quick kill, so I guess I was asking for too much. It does suck that if I shoot at just the wrong time, the shot is wasted, though. We're not missing quite enough health yet. I need to take one more hit. And there's the one more hit. Yeah, that's why, because I knew that was going to basically take us... Actually, that was, in fact, straight to full. Okay. I think we got one more ice shot in us right now. There it is. Oh, no, that only took one energy, so we can fire one more. One more thing. Oh. So much for magic defeating magic. We may still lose this, just because I'll keep missing buster shots. Got him. Alright. No more spider problem. That was a mess of a fight, but we got through it. And I remember seeing something about there being the ability to get a Hadouken you can use that destroys things incredibly fast, but you need to be at full health to use it. And you have to do something kind of ridiculous to get it. At least I think it's in this one. It might be in one of the later X's. It's in one of these three. I think it is this one. And then I just completely field goal all the only platforms in existence. Just for my sanity. Because that'll remove the bit of hesitance I had in jumping through these. It looks like I don't want this anymore. I thought that the climbing section was gonna last longer. And of course I fell just far enough that you respawn. Well, you know what? That'll have to do. What is this? Oh, okay. Might have a YouTube pop-up in a second. I'm kind of surprised it didn't pop up over here first. Okay, chill penguin. Burn the penguin. As you can see, burning him is not actually super effective, aside from if you can get him locked like this with it. Because sometimes the iframe's out of being able to be burned again and again. There we go. It is still a lot more effective than bustering him, but there is the risk of having to be close to him. So if you make a stupid mistake, you're gonna take some damage, but other than that, you're pretty fine. I was gonna charge a shot and blast him. I should have just blasted him. Because then we could have had our own right armor to save some health. Look at this. Thank you. Ow. Biff. Bang. Zoom. To the moon, Alice. Ow. Biff. Bang. Zoom. Why'd I do it twice? I have no idea. Eeny, meeny, miny, this one. That's worth jumping past these guys for. You know what? Why am I doing this the hard way? I mean, I'm already doing it the hard way because my up inputs are kind of screwball-y for some reason. I'm pretty sure you can't... Well, actually, no. I guess if you had the arm parts, but not the... If you had arms, but no legs, you probably could have, like, chill penguined your way across that. So if I was wrong about who was weak to what, are you the one that's weak to Chameleon Sting? I guess it would make some sense. Yeah, that does decent damage, so that's probably correct. I mean, Storm Eagle's still not a threat. Literally, the only way he can harm me is if he pushes me off the edge. And incidental damage from his children. Ta-da! Okay, there's a landing spot on the other side. Fire's the lowest thing I've got, so I probably won't need it again, because we already used it on Chill Penguin. But, just in case this is an actual boss and not another refight, and it may actually be weak to fire. What the hell is this thing, and what do I use against it? Okay, Chameleon Sting. Got it. It is apparently called Ranga Banga, of all things. A lot of my Chameleon Sting shots are getting eaten by me, I guess, not turning around quick enough, question mark? On the bright side, we should have this first try. As long as I don't completely stupid off into the spike pit there. I'm going to assume that that spike pit's an instant death spike pit, because it's a Mega Man game. And even bosses have death spikes. There we go. Banga Banga down. That's Stigma Stage 2 down with him. I feel like this would have been better as the first Sigma stage theme. Because this feels more like a sneaking in song to me. Jump the gun again. I need to wait for him to shoot first, is what I keep screwing up with hitting him. Because, you know, conventional wisdom would have it be, don't let your opponent shoot first. There we go. Made up for the start of that fight. Oh my god. Please. X, please. Honestly, this is fine, though, because we can farm these guys for potential extra lives and things. Of course, he just happened to touch me right as I released it to get the shield. You fucker. Okay, got that. But yeah, we can just collide with these guys a couple more times, get our health back fully. See about potentially getting an extra life or two, hopefully. I would ideally like to refill the tank. I know it's a little cheesy, but they give me this power to do so, so I'm gonna goddamn do so. Like, ordinarily, I would prefer to just go fight them straight up. But since we have no lives, I need one of the two to be true, because I don't remember what happens if you game over on Sigma Tower in this one. I think this is one of the ones where you have to do the whole tower again. And I don't want to do that. And I could go even cheatier in save state, but I'd rather do it this way. Like, this is clearly a time to prepare, so I'm gonna prepare. Oh, the excitement of doing it this way, though. At least we have one extra life to learn the enemy with now. Because I think there's still one more stage after this one. Yeah. I think it goes up to Sigma Stage 5, but I'm not sure. Okay, energy tank is full. Well, a couple more in the hopes of getting one more life. Just in case of screwballery. Nope, no such luck. Okay. It was worth a try. Ceiling spikes, huh? Octopus? No. Sting. Another one that I burned a bunch of health on, though. It's very easy to just take lots of incidental damage from this guy. There we go. Not as much this time, though, at least. How do I break into where you are? Not fire. Oh. Hey, genius. Maybe you're not meant to go in there with it. Just bring the thing to you. There we go. Do I want to farm these guys a little bit? We have full health, full E-tank. I think we'll be okay. No matter what we're dealing with here. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Freeze, please. Oh, he changed his mind. I thought he was going to continue the punch. Look at you actually getting to do damage to me this time. That's adorable. Now die. Well, I think we can guess who we're dealing with next based on what we're fighting now. If you guessed Flame Mammoth, you're probably wrong. This is when it was somehow Flame Mammoth underwater, and I'm just confused. Yeah, let's just keep doing this dance here, buddy. I'm fine with this. You're gonna lose before I do. Well, maybe not now. coward. Die. Oh. It would have been really funny if that had worked. There we go. Just a single lemon with die written on the side of it. Still smoother than the original fight, so I'll take it. Time to do something stupid. Yep, that was very stupid, because I forgot if you swap off of it, it goes away. Way to go, me! Way to fucking go, genius. There we go. Got the life back. Because that's what that was for, was to get an extra life. I'm just gonna get out of there before I die a miserable death. It's Mammoth time. He's the only one who has the conveyor belt. Time to blow out your flame. Yeah, you just keep presenting, buddy. See how well that works out for you. No, he hit me. No. I could have had damage less. No. I don't actually care. My goal is survival, not great survival. Now for the actual boss. Whatever the hell this thing is. What are you weak to, weirdo? Boomerang, okay. Boom, boom, boomerang! No, I think I see why now. It's because the top half is the weak point. I have a sneaking suspicion if he gets that bite off, that's a problem. But that's the end of him. Okay. Now Sigma 3 done with still one more life to spare. Actually, you know what? I'll make this crazy deal. If I get Sigma first try, I'll count it on the list. If I don't get him first try, I won't count it on the list. Because it'll certainly be the first time I'll ever have done it first try. If I have ever done it before. So I would definitely count that as a victory in and of itself. Sigma and his dog. As you can see in the background, there's going to be a lot more to this than meets the eye. Let's see. Shotgun ice. Okay. Forgive me giving myself that information, but this is a hard fight. Like, not the dog itself. This whole set here is a hard fight. So I'm giving myself that leeway. Like, the dog itself deals a bunch of damage if you're not paying attention. Like, I just took a bunch of stupid damage. Now it's on to phase 2. Yeah, plot twist. Sigma used to be a Maverick Hunter. Before he became the biggest Maverick of all. Now he's got a lightsaber. Electric spark, okay. Those who remember me fighting Neon Tiger might recognize a good chunk of this moveset. But with the wall bouncing and everything. And trying to go in for swipes. Difference is, his swipes hit a lot fucking harder. Yeah, I needed more than one E-Tank for this. I think we're in trouble. Yep, contact damage, death. Damn it! And I think I have to do all of that over again as well. Like, I think I have to fight the dog again and everything. These are here for you to recharge E-Tanks and such, I think. Actually, I have an idea. Charge a rolling shield and then just sit in front of them. This way we'll at least be going into this with a full E-Tank. I really should have went and found at least one other tank before doing this. Because even people that are much better at this game than I am usually spend at least one tank in this fight. Which means I really should probably have two. At the rate I take a lot of stupid damage. But at least I'm going in with the sense to actually charge my tank. Okay, we got a life back. Okay, life loop achieved. Good, good. Tank's full. Which I do like the fact that there's a sound cue to tell you that your energy tank's full. Which, fun fact, till I played today, I never noticed that sound cue. I only just now today realized what that meant. As stupid as that may be, that's exactly what happened. I'm just gonna go ride the shield out. Worth it. Now we got a life buffer. Ooh. Okay, we got some actual wiggle room now. We have more lives than I think we've had this entire playthrough now. Now we have to do the dialogue every time, huh? I'm sad that we did a better job fighting that thing the first time. I now have to burn the E-Tank immediately. Otherwise, a saber or wielding Sigma will instantly kill us. Thankfully, he's actually pretty easy to get locked into a pattern. I just got too excited the first go-around. You also gotta be careful not to make him jump right back down again. Because you basically just want to bring him up, and then make him come back down into your shots. Now you might be thinking, wow, this is a really easy final boss. Joke's on you. It's not over yet, and I fucked up anyway. That's not the last phase. If those of you that are paying attention probably realize there's something in the background there. And if you haven't, well, spoiler alert, there's something in the background there that's gonna be a problem. Just gonna quickly refill my energy tank again. In the event of a game over, which is entirely possible, and honestly, it would not surprise me in the slightest if it occurs. Honestly, I have enough energy at this point. Because unless I get a really clean fight against the dog, I'm probably not going to need a partial full tank. It's going to be I use up enough to fill the health bar. And to think, if they just teamed up on me, they'd win by default. And to think, his most powerful technique, walking into me. Yeah, same position as usual. I need to burn the energy tank to not be one-shot. You want to bait him a decent way up, and then let him run into a shot. Rather than getting greedy like I was. Oh, I timed that one wrong. As you saw, there was a sweet spot where you can get him a certain amount up, and then you can get a hit on him every time and never need to worry about him hitting you. But if you go too early or too late, you have a problem. Happy enough beating this phase. There we go. Hey, going all the way up kind of works too, as it seems, but that's a little riskier, I think. Look, he's just ahead. Oh no, he's floating. He is now part of Anubis bot in the background. This is the real fight. And I'm going to die. Because this form is weak to Rolling Shield. And let me tell you, getting up there without getting hit at all? Not highly likely. Especially with all the shit he spews. I thought I was going to get the Rolling Shield charged in time. I was going to try to cheese my way up there with the shield, but I think he just cuts through it anyway. Still, we almost got there. That's the last form. I remember, that's the last form of Sigma. Or, of this Sigma, at least. Because, yeah, spoiler alert for the X series. Sigma doesn't die here. He does, but he doesn't. It's a whole fucking thing. Sigma's a stubborn pain in the ass, is what I'm really driving at with that statement. If I keep getting lives back, we're never gonna fucking go get another energy tank. There's a reality in which I just tank a bunch of deaths back to back on purpose. Just to go get another energy tank. Because you can have enough to fill that space, 4 of them. And I'm currently trying to do it with 1. I'm making this significantly harder on myself. So I'm already happy enough that we're getting to the final form alive. I now have more lives than I started this with. Why? Why am I doing this to myself? Because, like, in my current condition, I basically need to do either the dog fight or the lightsaber fight perfectly. Ideally, both of them. Wow. Okay, we're not one shot away from dying to Saber mode, so I'll actually save the E-Tank for the second. If he hits me once, I'll burn it, and then we'll keep going. You'll notice it burns more E-Tank than we actually get in health as well, which is unfortunate. I can also fire kind of freely, so I really should be, because I might catch him more than once. And then he catches me more than once, and I've now made a fool of myself trying to speed this up. But we got through it again. We're just literally in the exact same position again. Which is unfortunate. Because I need to get up past the hands to get to the head. Because as you might imagine, that whole machine doesn't matter. All that matters is Sigma himself. Yep, the shield got canceled out instantly. I don't even know what canceled it. It just didn't. Yeah, if we weren't completely out of E-Spark, I'd say I'll just go for it. Without the tank, but... because I want to give myself a chance of winning, but also not sit here and farm lives. Because I think I do need that second tank, but my pride won't let me just give up. So we're gonna be in an infinite goddamn loop here, I think. Until my pride gives in. I want full E-Spark if I can get it. Because the fact that we ended up spending all the E-Spark means we need more of it. I could try firing a charge shot of it in one of these parts of the fight as well. I don't think firing a charged shotgun ice will matter, because he'll probably just jump over the sliding penguin shot, and it probably won't do that much damage anyway. I too go wow. Oh, he has the same climbing as Saber Sigma. Hang on. I might have learned something here. Yeah, I think we figured out that part of the fight, actually. So hang on. We might be onto something here. I might actually be able to get to that last phase with the E-Tank intact. If we do that, I think we'll be okay. Because I really am reaching the point where this phase isn't that threatening. Like, I can definitely take stupid damage like that to him, because I'm trying to rush through it. To the point where I will E-Tank up, even though it's not the perfect use of the E-Tank. I don't want to die stupidly to this phase after what I just said. Ignoring the fact that I still might. Round and round you go. Where you stop, I don't know. I'm burning too many shots, though. Oh, fuck me. We're literally in the same position again. How do we keep ending up in the exact same situation over and over again? After I did so much better in the first phase, I screwed up the second one instead. At least we clocked damage on Sigma finally. We got better. Shameful. Goddamn shameful. Still, this gives me the confidence that I think we can actually do this in our current condition. With a full E-tank, of course. I don't mean current condition as in no E-tank. We have 5 lives now. We're gonna reach maximum lives at the rate this is going. Which max lives is just 9 for those keeping score. Okay, all of our tanks are full. Actually, wait. No, the tank is not full. All of our energies are full, but the tank somehow did not get filled during all of that, so... What I really need to do is cut it a lot closer with the energy, I think, as well. I keep burning the tank early, just so I don't die without having used the tank. I need to be a little more confident. Being a little more competent would also be great, but that's asking too much. Full respect to Capcom for putting those generators in down here, though. Because otherwise, the life loop here would be a disaster. Like, you would just be stuck in an awful situation. Of course, you know, they could have just had you revive with full everything, but... I understand why they didn't do that. Okay, I can't shoot him down. I saw him do the bounce. I wanted to figure out how that worked. Nope, I'm screwing this phase up now. On the bright side, the last time I screwed this phase up is when we did the other phase basically perfectly. I don't know if he'll kill me on contact right now. Let's find out. I think he does 4, not 5. If he does 5, we'll die, and it'll be fine. It'll be a quicker reset. But this is me pushing my luck. I'm also using this to encourage me to do this smarter. Nope. His knee does 5 damage, at least. Might be 6. But it's definitely at least 5. Considering we had 5 and then a knee to the forehead killed us instantly. We do need to farm a little bit for ice energy, though. Because I burnt more of it. Because I was just hitting iframes for a while. Good thing this game has an energy balancer. Oh, the excitement of just climbing this same section of wall over and over and over again. Okay, we have basically full ice, and I think that was the last bit we needed, actually. Yep. Okay. I will probably cut stream after we win this, though. Because we'll be at about 3 hours, which isn't where I like to be, particularly, but I am tired. And I certainly won't have the energy to beat X2, or particularly much of anything. Because it would probably only be like another hour. I jumped up too early. Nope. I just hate how much E-Tank I end up wasting on that. The thing is, I keep second-guessing whether he'll actually hit me down where I'm sitting. Because sometimes he does. I just need to measure the angle. There we go. We're in the final phase with more than one hit left now. Now, I'm still not gonna guarantee we win this, but at least this is better. This is playable. Less so if I just sit there and eat those on the chin, though. God damn it. Because as you can see, it's a very spammy phase. It throws a lot of stuff at you. What I really should be doing is using the wall, rather than trying to use the platforms, since we can climb the wall and attack him from there. Even with Rolling Shield. It's a hell of a thing that they tell you Rolling Shield is his weakness, but it does 1 damage. But I'm assuming it's a matter of he doesn't take damage from anything else. I seem to recall that that's a thing. But, you know, this is the final boss we're dealing with here. It's only sensible that this will be difficult. It does kind of fall into the trap of the multi-phase boss fight that I don't care for, where I have to beat the same 2 phases I've beaten over and over again just to get to the final phase, which is going to lead to me making mistakes, almost certainly, because I get impatient. Which is just not a way I believe is good to handle these kind of things, but I get the idea behind it is to wear you down before the actual final phase, to give the highest possible difficulty to that final phase. But I don't have to like it, even though it makes sense. I think I broke him. Yep, there he goes. He woke up. There we go. Perfect. That was slower, but perfect health. I'll take that deal. Now, if I could just get to that last bit with the E-Tank intact, I'll be the happiest man right now. Yes, yes. Fuck. I knew at one point I was gonna make a fumble. But if that's the only fumble, I'll be very happy as well, honestly. Because that'll mean best case scenario so far. Yes. Okay, we have a full E-Tank. We have a decent amount of health. I just need to not fuck this up now. It's very tempting to save state in this position, but I'm not going to. I refuse. I'm going to regret that refusal, but I'm gonna go for it. Ooh, wow, that flame breath does a lot of damage. I was trapped there. Oh, he's cheap-shotting now. Come on! Damn it! I got robbed on that one so hard. The fact that he can put the claw up against the wall, even on the first rebound, is brutal. And it just... I think the worst part about that fight is the fact that you do so little damage to him. Like, he has a massive damage advantage in this fight. Which, sure, he's a giant machine and he is crazy powerful and all that, so I get it. But at the same time, it's just like, Jesus. He can kill me in like 2 hits, but I do like 2 damage to him. It's really not a great balance of power in this fight. It makes me really think I'm being lied to about Rolling Shield being the weakness. But I'm pretty sure it's correct, because... For those who don't know, in some of the earlier Mega Man games, there were wacky weaknesses like that for the Wily machines. Like, for example, one of the Wily machines was weak to bubble lead. So that precedent existing tells me, no, but Rolling Shield is probably correct. Much as I don't want it to be correct. You can try to argue that it's bubble lead, I don't care. It's not relevant right now. Next he'll be trying to tell me it's like Rolling Shield or something. And I'll just leave. Too early. So much for getting a perfect round this time. I still might get a perfect round against the other form, but... At least this is still playable. We still might go into the final form with full health. Force is weak with you, young Skywalker. Ow. The knee is strong with my face, however. I really should have gone to get more health extensions, or more E-tanks, or something before doing this. So I'm pretty sure we're still missing more than 1 health extension as well. Considering an E-tank is meant to fill your health bar. And we end up with a considerable amount going to waste. Even when we're basically dead. I thought I was gonna kill on that shot, that's why I went for it. There we go. Well, we're in an okay spot. We're just not good enough, I think. I think we will still lose this round. But I might be surprised. We managed to get a good loop the first time we managed to get up there and actually hit him. We just need good loops like that to happen more than once. Of course, if I just catch shots like that in the forehead right out the gate, that's not as likely to happen. Oh, come on, now. And of course, the problem of having Rolling Shield just kind of wandering around on the ground when I miss is an issue. Damn it! I knew that the lightning was going to be an issue, but I thought I was going to land after it went off. I'm going to just tank the deaths and get the other E-Tank. At least one other E-Tank. Because this is going to take entirely too long. I think at this point, I've proven that I'm capable well enough to salve my pride enough. It's just now a matter of doing this and getting it over with. So I'm just gonna let him take me out a couple times so we can get the game over, and then we'll go get the E-Tanks. So let me quickly pull up where they are. Of course, I happen to pull up the Legacy Collection guide, so I have way too much information just in a pile here. And yeah, we can't get the Hadouken because we need all heart and sub-tanks, max energy, and all 8 have been defeated to use it. It's very, very good for this fight in particular, though, because it still works on the final boss. His final form. So you just blast him once and the fight's over. Saves you a lot of time. A lot of time and a lot of pain. Okay, that'll be an easy one to grab. We'll go grab the Spark Mandrill one. Because I don't think we have that, because I didn't go there with Boomerang Cutter. Apparently standing here in this corner makes him very bad at killing me. So I don't think we can use the escape unit. Nope. Because you need to have completed the stage in order to use the escape unit. My big fear is that we're gonna have to redo the whole set of Sigma stages again, which I think is true. And that's gonna suck. Because that means we're gonna be here probably for another hour. As I run through all the Sigma stages again in order to get the E-Tanks sorted out. Which means I probably should just grab more than one E-Tank. Just to make sure that we can't fuck this up. So I think I've done my prove my point trip through here. Doing it with one E-Tank. Which, a good chunk of this I could have done without an E-Tank at all, judging from the way that played out. But having no E-Tanks in this game is not a way you want to be. Not unless you are like a higher end player than I am, which a good like half the people who play this game are higher end players than I am, so, you know, take what I say with a grain of salt as far as that it goes. But, you know, it's a thing. I think this is our last life. Now we got one more. God damn it. Why are they so bad at killing me now that they want them to get me out of here? Like, they're doing a bad job of actually killing me. Then again, I don't think we died to the dog phase at all this entire time, did we? I don't think we did. You know, I'm gonna walk to the middle of the room and I'm gonna walk away to check on the food while he kills me. That's how long he's gonna take to get this done. Eventually he's gonna push me into that corner a little, which might be an issue. Yeah, as I figured, in the time it took me to walk out there to check on it and walk back, I would be dead. Now, I will say, I think it is physically possible that I could get this down perfectly enough to beat all 3 phases with essentially the 2 health bars we have. Am I gonna sit here and practice it enough times to do that here and now? Nah. That's not the part I was interested in practicing. The practice I wanted is the practice I've honestly already gotten. Just getting through the stages and getting through the Mavericks and the Sigma stages. Like, beating Sigma is gravy. In terms of the process here. So let's go fetch us some health tanks. Okay, where in here do I need to go for this? Go forward, kill the rocket launching machines, go up the ladder, go to the right and down the ladder, kill the machine, get close to the wall, climb up, use boomerang. Okay, I went up this ladder, so presumably that means go down this ladder. Oh, there it is, yeah. Yoink. Okay, so that's 2 E-tanks. Yeah, we have the Storm Eagle tank, so we can go get this one as well. And that'll mean we have 3 tanks. Which in hindsight, I should have went and got this tank when we went near to get the Buster earlier. But I didn't remember that this stage had 3 things in it. I thought it only had 2. If we're lucky, we'll be dropped back in at the last Sigma stage, but I'm pretty confident I'm gonna have to redo the whole damn lineup. Which is gonna be annoying. But that's also logically why they'd be so generous as to give you a generator right there at the start of the area. To avoid you having to redo too much. Is there anything further this way? Yes, that's exactly where the tank is, in fact. There we go. Those blocks are a little finicky, so sometimes you don't break them when you jump on them. Which... it almost feels unintended that you break them from the side to begin with. There we go. Now we've got 3 sub-tanks. I mean, I could just go get the 4th one. Where is the 4th one? It's the Storm Eagle sub-tank. It depends on how easy the last one is to get. If the last one's like a cakewalk to go grab, I'll probably just go grab it. Oh yeah, that one's actually stupidly easy to get, so let's go get that one too. We just need to go to where the mining machine comes out of. So I completely forgot that it's literally just right behind where the mining machine is. And then we can go in there with 4 full sub-tanks, and if I still botch it at that point, I have some real questions for myself. considering we were getting close with 1. Having 3 more health bars to fight him with. I really think we'll be fine. Yeah, see, it's just right there. There we go. Now we've got all the sub-tanks. I could go get the rest of the health extensions too, and I arguably should. Oh my god, we are lucky. We are actually just right back here. So I just need to charge the tanks again, and we're basically set to go. Hell yeah. So how's everybody doing? We're gonna be here a minute. I really want to get at least, like, 3 3/4 tanks. I don't need the last one to be full. Hell, I don't really need any of them to be full, but I need the previous ones to be full before any future ones fill. Let's go hit the other one for a little bit. I feel like I exhausted the other one. We have 8 lives. Now, unfortunately, I think it does keep giving you lives and things even when you're at full. Because we've seen it give us health when we're full, and it's certainly given me plenty of weapon energy when we're full, and there's an extraneous extra life I can't use. Now, admittedly, this is going to be very tedious if I screw this up, because I'm going to have to recharge all of those tanks again. Like, I only need, like, a half a tank in the last tank. Just to top off after fighting Saber mode. That is ideally. Okay, that should be good enough, honestly. That's gonna be like 3/4 of a health bar. That's gonna be more than enough to keep us going, I think. And if we still manage to screw this up at this point, I don't know. Like, the only way I could screw this up, I think, is if I get very reckless because I have the extra health bars. Or if I miscalculate and die before we use all of them. Which I could absolutely see me dying before I get to use all of the sub-tanks. That, I think, is actually highly likely to happen. Since some of his attacks do a wild amount of damage. I'm also out of the flow of this fight. So we're gonna end up basically burning a tank before we even get to the final phase, I think. Unless I can do this phase without getting touched. Which, I do at least have the room to take a hit. I've got that going for me this time. There's something I'm very guilty of, is not taking my enemy seriously when I have a health buffer to work with. Like, I get very lazy. Case in point, I screwed that up royally. I'm like, yeah, I've got health tanks to spare, I'll be fine. Oh my god. I'm gonna safety burn a second one. It's a huge waste, and I'm mad about having to do it. But yeah, I expected a mistake like that to happen, where I stay up there just a second too long. Because like I said, I'm out of the rhythm now. And we end with basically the same amount of health we would normally have, just with 2 E-tanks to back it up with. You would almost think I'm purposely extending this, but I'm not. I assure you I'm not purposely extending how long this is gonna take. Oh my Christ, why? How did he just happen to Flame Breath right then and there? Oh, for fuck's sake. Do something I can work with, you piece of shit. Fine, I'm just coming up there myself. Oh, now you bring the claw over. Or to me. God, he is such an asshole. Yeah, we're not gonna get this round, I think, just because his pattern decided to be such shit. Look at this! What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to, like, hit him once per trip up there or something, and just have this take an hour? Christ. Like, I feel like that's actually what they expect me to do. Is ride the hand up once, hit him, and repeat. Instead of staying up there like I want to. And staying up there killed us. Having played out that section of the fight more, I am more and more confident that I've never beaten this game. Just because of how long this final phase of Sigma is taking me to deal with, I don't think I've ever done it before. So maybe I will count it. And I keep going back and forth on that. And I've put in the work today, so I guess I may as well count it. Because if I ever did beat it before, I probably used save states. So beating it legitimately also would count in his favor, I guess. I'm just annoyed that I'm having to sit here and recharge the E-tanks. All because I screwed up the first 2 phases so badly that we burned 2 tanks before we even got to the final phase. And it seems like the final phase isn't even that bad if you're patient. I'm just not patient. It's like, I feel like, now that we know his pattern, we should be able to just kill him and be done with it. But no, we're gonna have to sit here and go like 18 cycles just to kill him. It's either that or I go get the rest of the heart tanks, go get the Hadouken, and then blast him. Like, that's the only other thing that can solve this problem. Is I go fucking one-shot him. That would be like a pure frustration move. And I considered doing crowd control for this, too, because crowd control is available for this. And then you guys could have just given me the Hadouken at that rate to end this. Or just refilled the sub-tanks, so more likely people would just be taking them away from me. It's like, oh hey, you're about to win, I'm just gonna take this away now. It's like, but I could have won. Yes, but you didn't. Aha. Which I know makes it more fun for you guys when I get kicked in the teeth like that. To a point. But it really can kill it for me sometimes. Cheeky bastard, blaming the wall. ignoring the fact that that's basically the only way he's gonna get me down from up here. There we go. And to think, all it's gonna take to beat Sigma is a massive health buffer. So to be fair, he's cheating too by having, like, near invincible armor. So, more often than not, the he cheated first excuse doesn't really hold water in a lot of arguments. It's like, well, why'd you cheat? Well, he cheated first. Like, no. Well, he did. Doesn't matter. I will say, if you're in a situation where your opponent cheats first, at least cheat better. Don't get caught. Just to prevent a one-shot from the flame breath or something. Oh, come on. Like, it really sucks when he just spends so long not throwing the claw down, and then he pins you down here like that, so you can't get away from his shots. Like, I get that, you know, makes sense from his perspective, because he's not supposed to be working with you on killing him. But it's really upsetting when you just don't get any openings in a fight at all. Like, they just give you nothing that you can work with. That's okay, because that gives me another chance to hit him. Oh my god, the amount of times he pops that fire breath right on my head. I'm out of E-tanks. Shit. This is gonna get so close. Yep. Fuck! Ugh! This is exactly what I mean, though. He just starts throwing a screen full of nonsense, and it's like, well, guess what? You lose. There's just nothing you can do about that. So fucking tedious. Like, I'm pretty sure games like this, like I've said with Metroid Prime 2 and a couple other things, this is what taught me not to finish games. Is the end of so many games is just such a pain in the ass. Like, they just design them to make you hate the game you played. It's like, hey, this game was fun. Time to ruin it. Enjoy final boss that takes half an hour. It doesn't actually, I know, but the point is, we've been here a while. Like, I wasn't kidding when I said I fully expected the Sigma sections to take longer than getting through all 8 stages. Because the final form of Sigma is just such a slog. Like, I don't even mind that I have to use Rolling Shield to hit him, honestly. Rolling Shield's not that hard to hit him with, as it turns out. I'm just upset that it does, like, no damage. Like, at this rate, let me poke around at the rest of these guides and see if any of them, like, have a better way to damage Sigma. I assume none of them do, because weakness would be presumably the best one. So I'm betting, based on the way this guide's talking, it's just gonna be like, hey, yeah, just hit him with Hadouken. Oh, you're kidding, right? Oh, I'm annoyed. The thing I tried at the beginning of standing on the claws does work. You just need to be on the edge of it. Son of a bitch. And then basically the only thing that can hit you is the other claw coming up after you. Which you can then just get on that claw and use it to flip sides. Son of a whore. Like, I had a feeling that that was correct and that that would work. But I didn't keep trying it because it didn't work. This is why I wanted to check, so I didn't have to sit there and keep trying it and failing it and getting annoyed with myself. That will make this fight infinitely quicker, and I will hate life less. Somewhat. Okay, that should do. Yeah, because that puts us into light blue, which is enough to fill our health bar currently. Now I just need to get through this without screwing it up too badly. I say as I promptly take a bunch of stupid hits from this form. Oh my god. Why am I screwing this phase up so badly? Come on, me. I really need you not to screw this up right now. Okay, assuming his knee doesn't do 6 damage, which we already determined it does 5 at least. I'm gonna hold out on the hope that he doesn't do 6 damage. Or that we just don't get hit at all, which would work for me just as well, honestly. Nope, it does in fact do exactly 5. Okay, good. This way we get max value out of the tank. Think for a change. I think I'm going like 1 too early. And then I went too late. It doesn't help that I keep trying to go for the double hits to go through this part faster. Which is what I was talking about before about getting impatient and getting in trouble over it. Like, the worst thing is I know exactly how to do this, and I can execute it as we've seen. I just screw up the execution because of repetition. So I'm willing to bet if I don't want to sit here and keep doing this, that nobody's going to want to sit here and keep watching me do it over and over again either. Like, if anybody is tuned out at this point, the, like, 10th time I've fought Sigma, I understand. You won't be able to hear me say that, but I understand. Okay, we've got 2 health bars to do the final phase with. Not counting the one currently in our body. Though I do think that the worst part about this fight is the reset. Ah! The double tap dash. Fuck me. And then it didn't dash when I told him to dash that time. Oh my god. Is he really just gonna never throw the claws? Well, you know what? Fuck you. Okay, I'm a little concerned about this suggestion, though, because I'm noticing that the height isn't working. Though maybe it's because I needed the claw attack to happen, which has yet to fucking happen. Oh my god. Now my tempo is just all kinds of wrong, so we've basically lost this, and I am losing the will to keep trying this. I'll be honest with you, I'm losing patience with redoing this fight 1,000 times. Because it is so incredibly disheartening to have to just keep redoing this. Because we have definitely done this more than 10 times now. Like, in a way, this is actually a perfect representation of how I've been getting in my own head with streaming lately, too, because I feel like I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over again and getting no results from it as well. And I know that's a terrible thing to say, because it is making progress. Just the burnout is real. And I don't know what to do about that either. Like, both of those are in weird places, because, like, I want to get this fight over with, and I want to make things move forward, but I don't know what to do differently with this fight at this point, because the suggested strategy really doesn't seem like it works unless you happen to get just the perfect height. And then that requires the other claw not immediately coming over and smacking you in the face like I just had happen there. That was instant. Like, we got one shot off, and then the claw came over and slapped me the hell out. So I think cycling it might be the better idea. Unless I happen to get the right height. And I am seriously considering not save stating in the fight, but just save stating after the recharge this time. Just for sake of having to recharge every time. And if people want to get on me for it, that's fine. I accept that. Literally the whole purpose of this is just saving us having to sit here and do this over and over again. I will do all 3 phases of the fight. I don't care about doing the phases of the fight. Just sitting here tediously bouncing on the wall for 5-10 minutes at a time. I don't think there's a reason for it. We're never going to run out of lives, because I can just instantly farm an endless amount of lives. So I think there's 0 point in worrying about this. Does this ruin some people's immersion? Probably. Do I care at this point? No. That is a convenience save and nothing else. It is not going to make the game any easier. The moment I start saving between phases is the moment I'll understand people getting mad at me. Till then, fuck off. is we have been on Sigma alone for a minimum of a half hour now. Now, if I would just stop screwing it up, that would be phenomenal. I'm gonna be hearing this particular phase of the fight sound on track for the rest of my life now. Because of how many times we've had to fight this jerk off. And how long we've spent fighting him. Okay. We've got 3 full tanks, and basically a full health bar. This is probably as good as we're gonna get, because I don't anticipate getting through without using any tanks at all at this point. I'm too wound up. I'm going to get too impatient trying to get through those. And then I get pinned between these 2 shots immediately. Fuck you. Could you be so kind as to actually throw a claw down here? Thank you. Yeah, see, that just hangs too low. And then my dash just doesn't kick in for reasons. Can someone explain why it didn't climb up there? I definitely told X to climb, and he just went, nah, I'd rather stay down here on the ground and die like an idiot again. I hate everything right now. We will have done so well, all for it to be wasted now. Because I'm just getting stun-locked again. Oh, now you move the claw up to fucking... I genuinely, at this point, have to say that this fight is bad. This is not a well-designed fight. I don't think I'll care about what anybody has to say about that at this point. When your only recourse in a fight is to hope that a particular pattern plays out over and over again, that's not good design. Like, you can try climbing up the wall to get up there to get hits in, and sure, I'm sure if you have the pattern on that perfectly, you can just climb up there free and easy. But, I don't know. It's bad enough that he takes minimal damage from anything you do. Like, I'm fine with the hitbox being small and him not taking much damage. But to then also add the fact that sometimes he just won't give you the ability to climb up there because he just won't move the claws into a position that can be used at all, that's not good. Everything else about it could be used just fine. But the fact that it relies on a specific bit of the pattern happening is where that starts to fall apart. Because I've yet to find a way to consistently bait the claw to come down. I thought I had it for a bit when I was just jumping up into the air, and then it just stopped doing it again, and I still don't know why. Like, that's the thing. If it's a repeatable pattern that you, as the player, can encourage to happen, then it would be fine. But it almost feels random, and I'm sure that's because I'm doing some part of it wrong. I'm willing to accept that that part is my fault, but if in the fight you cannot get it to repeat, I feel like that is a problem. And again, this is a game from forever ago at this point, so it's not like it's gonna get fixed. Nor am I saying that there's a problem with the game because of that. Just that's what's making this fight a problem right now. 'Cause I'm not even asking for free damage or, like, a repeatable pattern where he can't even hit me. I'm just asking for a repeatable pattern where I can at least goddamn deal damage. Because, like, I'm just stuck in a perpetual loop of I feel like I'm missing something, even with multiple guide descriptions of how this fight works, and having done it multiple times myself now, I still feel like I'm missing something about this. Because you'll notice, sometimes the claw just comes out, and then other times it just decides, no, I'm never coming down again. And then there's times like this where he just spams the goddamn energy balls, which are probably the most dangerous attack he has. I think that's the other issue I have with this fight. Is the argument could be made that this isn't even a dangerous fight. You die to your own impatience, and that's the entire fight. Because, like, he could just block you like that, for example, which is tedious in and of itself. And then I got fucking double blasted because, of course, he can just keep spamming the fucking lightning over and over again. Which, I think that's where my frustration's building from the most, is the fact that he can just keep repeating the lightning so quickly. So you can easily get in a position where he's just gonna chip you to pieces before you can even take action against him. But you don't have a choice but to be up there. So I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand the logic for it. Aside from the logic of kill player. But sure, I get that, but there's not much fun in just being designed to kill the player and not having that much of a viable counter to it. Because again, I'm not asking it to be easy. I'm just asking for it to be counterable in some real way, which I'm not finding so far. And I'm willing to accept that there's a world in which there is a way and I'm not seeing it. But I do completely stand on the fact that that fight takes too long. Like, I'm sorry, but if your boss fight is making the player bored, there's probably something wrong with it. Is it a hard fight and a dangerous fight? Yes, but it's also an incredibly tedious fight. Like, there's problems with every phase of this fight, don't get me wrong. Because, like, this is bad just because of how easily cheesed it is. Like, honestly, the lightsaber, aside from when I make mistakes, is probably less dangerous than the dog. Just because he is guaranteed to be loopable. I just need to not fall into him when he's looping. Which is the other reason why I feel like having to go back through these phases over and over again is kind of pointless. Because of the very nature of how loopable and beatable those phases are. But this right here is the exact problem I'm talking about with this fight in general, is it's very easy to get trapped in a position where there is nothing you can do. The only mistake you made was still being in this fight. Like, the argument could be made that the way to bait the claws down is to stay in the middle, but if you stay in the middle, that seems to trigger Flame Breath as much as it does the claws. Like, it's almost more consistent to hit him by baiting the lightning breath out and then riding up the wall if you can happen to get an opening to do so. Because he doesn't seem to do the lightning as much when any of the breath attacks are in play. Probably to give you a chance. That was a wasteful tank, but hopefully it doesn't blow up in my face completely. Just one more. Die, bitch. People are killed by people all the time. Why can't a Reploid be killed by a Reploid? We're on the same playing field. You just had a giant suit to hide behind, you worthless coward. Die with your floating fortress. The war has ended, for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrificed themselves for the victory will never return. Which is a hell of a thing to tell you after you went through all of this. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause and wonders why he chose to fight. I'm asking the same thing about why I bothered to fight Sigma at the end there. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. Well, the cliff isn't going to tell you anything there, X. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep on fighting? Well, for about 8 games, as it turns out. Plus or minus spin-offs. How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. You know how I said, like an hour ago, that we might end at 3 hours? Yeah, we're ending at 4. All because that final bit took an extra hour. And about a year or 2 off my life, probably. I'm also kind of mad at how kind of easy we beat him at the end there when I finally got the damn loop correctly. I'm gonna turn off pause while inactive now, so that I can go look for a raid target while the credits roll. And I do want to note a couple things. One, I don't hate the game. This did not change the fact that I love this series. And like I said, I don't think that there's any issue with the game as a whole. Just the final phase of Sigma. I wish that never was added to the game. Because, God, it makes me want to put my head through my desk. Like, no matter how rough the rest of the game is, no matter how rough anything else is, that fight sucks. Yeah, you know what? Since I do actually have to pay attention to the cooking that's going on, I think we will just end today. I know I say this like every fucking day lately. But either way, thank you all for taking the time to be here. Despite the way this went, and despite the condition I've been in lately. It's worth noting that more than likely we will be doing another Ember Knights collab on this coming Monday. I cannot guarantee it because, you know, it involves 3 other people, so things could happen. We'll see how things play out, but the current plan is same time, same day of the week as the last one. Hopefully it plays out and we actually get to do it. I'm really hoping that we actually can line that all up. Because it was a great time playing with those guys last time. And in theory, we'll have our 4th this time. Who knows how that'll play out. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I've got. And of course, Tuesday we'll do Llama Lana again. And Thursday we'll continue Command Mission. Friday, I might be doing something... I forget if it was this week or next week that Xena was talking about potentially doing something. And now that she's coming back more. I'm not sure. I need to talk to her more about that whole deal. Yeah, I don't have anything else. So have a good one, everybody. Be good. I will see you on Monday for either Ember Knights or Llama Lana, depending on how things play out. Should be Ember Knights, but, you know, we already discussed that. Goodbye, everybody.